Are you ready? Are you ready? Because we've got 3 days of very cool stuff lined up for you. You should carefully consider whether trading is suitable for you in light of your circumstances, knowledge, and financial resources. You may lose all or more of your initial investment. Opinions, market data, and recommendations are subject to change at any time. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. This is training. This is something you will research and make sure that it fits you. So please take notes, write your questions down. Most of the speakers will take questions on the fly, but some do like you to hold until they're done with their presentation. So Dale Elliott of Echotraders is here. He's going to be talking about day trading in any market using a simple chart. If this is his first time with us, I'm real happy that he chose to decide to come along. Dale lives in Alberta, Canada, in Igloo Country. He, while working in the Canadian oil fields, Dale traded stocks with retirement savings money. Oh, I bet his family was happy about that. After leaving the oil fields, he started trading futures full time. With a desire to participate with others, he was using Skype. He joined a group of traders. And when the group outgrew the Skype room, Dale helped organize a larger trading room. And in 2014, he co-founded Echotraders.com, which he moderates each trading day on Zoom. So Dale enjoys helping others succeed and improve their trading, even when their performance exceeds his own. But I want to thank you for coming, Dale.
We're going to talk about support and resistance, and some presenters earlier also talked about support and resistance. So this should resonate with a lot of people. So we're going to do that. Determining direction using retracement patterns and continuation patterns. And the continuation patterns, we're going to try to take advantage of those. Another thing we do is look at where can we get into trades and out of trades, letting the market take us out of the trade, preferably, because it's too easy for us to take ourselves out of a winning trade, right? We'll stay in a losing trade forever, right? But a winning trade, no. We want that money right away. So we're going to try to reverse that mindset. We're going to look at minimizing the risk, which I talk about in a video, and that's reducing the contract size so it's more manageable for the individual. We cater at Echotraders, we cater to the new trader and traders that are rebuilding accounts, and some of you may be in the room today. So let's get at it, and I'll change my glasses and we will go with that. So let me bring up a chart. We're going to start with, as Sherry had mentioned earlier, a simple chart, and how this year takes place. So mostly red candles to the downside, mostly green to the upside. Okay, so we always want to look left because the market leaves clues. So let's get at it. So support and resistance, swing highs and lows give us support and resistance. Swing highs and lows gives us a place to put Fibonacci or Elliott trades. So we look at swing highs and lows, extremely important. Okay, enough of beating a dead horse, right? All right, so on the top here, and you can see this is a live chart, right? And we want to have support and resistance to bring it all home, right? So we're going to look at a few things. One thing I use for support and resistance, because it's an area, it's not defined as one particular number, okay? So what we want to do is extend these across your chart. All right, so that comes from way back. If I go back, you'll see where it comes from. I think about 1 o'clock, right? 10 after or something like that, 20 after 1. Okay, so what we have is we had a target to the downside here. Money comes off. I hope you can see the cursor. Oh, and just give me 1 sec. I'm not going to take all the questions at first, but I'm going to turn them so I can see them if they come in when we have some talking points we have to get through, and we'll take as many questions as we can after that. Okay, so I want to go to some indicators. I don't use a whole lot of indicators, but I think I use plenty. Okay, and we don't want to mess up too much of the chart. We have a simple chart: swing highs and lows, red candles for short, green for longs. Same as anybody else's chart. And same as you can get the chart on any platform, right? A simple candle chart. We're trading futures, and this is micro right here. The micro, E-mini, and Q. Okay, so that right there reduces risk. Okay, brings that risk down. If you trade one contract, that brings it down. That's minimal risk. So you're talking like $50, and that can potentially, there's no end to where it can go. Let's look at some indicators. Swing highs and lows and how we get them on the chart. We want to talk about in time. Okay, so we go to studies. Now, studies on Sierra charts, a lot of other platforms, I'll mention Ninja, we'll call that indicators instead of studies. Okay, and if time permits, we'll look at some VWAP and how that factors in, but I want to start with something simple. We're going to look at swing highs and lows. This swing high and low indicator found on any platform. You don't have to buy it. It's free for any platform. This length is a 3. Okay. We're going to unhide the study, and my mouse died a while back, last night, and so we're going to put circles or bubbles on the chart. Okay, swing highs and lows, and so it's going to be yellow and green for highs. Swing lows will be blue and magenta. All right, so without further ado, I don't use labels a whole lot, other than I think it's just the VWAP pretty well. Okay, so let's go with this. So this here may not mean a whole lot. All it is to you at first, all it is highs and lows, highs and lows, highs and lows. You can have as many. If I had a 2, it just looked like bubble bath. Or okay, so let's go to the next indicator. All right, and then we'll spread the chart out and see. So this will define it a little more, and we'll look at increasing not only the same indicator colors, okay? Yellow and green for highs, blue and magenta, magenta being the absolute low, the yellow being absolute high. And then so when we get to blue, it's on the move. So that's, and if you're using an indicator but you tend to ignore it, you shouldn't be using it. Okay, so it is important. All right, so I want to click apply, and where did we go? Oh, I thought we unhide it. Unhide. Okay, so we unhid the bubbles. All right, I'm just going to move this here to the side. All right, so now the more important ones are secured with a dot in the center. Okay, this here will come make some sense. Now, there's one more part of your swing highs and lows. Now, depending on your platform, they may all be a variation of this, but we want to turn on extended swings until the price action candle cuts through that, then the swing is all done to a certain point. All right, so we're going to click apply. If I can get that off of there, like, okay. So now you have aqua for swing lows, and we have resistance in lime, okay. Now, for instance, on the left, we had mentioned the market leaves clues. So let's just go to an extension of what we're looking at. And we're going to use this swing, the third one down, okay, and the very high. And on this, we have some numbers. On NinjaTrader, you won't have the numbers, but there is a free indicator you can download off the internet, and it'll add the number to a line. Okay, so you can, now I use rectangles, as you can see. I've gone to extensions for this resistance area. Okay, and let me put that back. All right, so we have resistance. The market from the resistance moves down, retests resistance, the lower high moves down, lower low moves back up, retests the resistance, moves down into a low. We have our magenta. Now the market is challenging the midpoint here. So the trend today has been down. Everybody knows that, right? So I only use one chart, all right? And I use the chart that makes the most sense, the new growth, if you will, okay? So I don't use a year chart or a month or a day or a week or whatever that is. I don't use necessarily anything larger than what this one chart will tell me. And this, my friends, will tell you huge, just volumes of information, overload, if you will. Okay, so we have resistance, we have support. Let's move to the, let's move here to, let's open this up so it's a little zoomed in, okay? And we have another indicator, right? If that's not enough, we have another. Now notice that the yellow are the absolute swing highs, magenta absolute swing lows, and in between the green and the blue will keep us on this. All right, hey, time to give away some prizes. So Sherry, you take it away. Sherry in the house. All right. So anyways, we'll get back to that. We'll get some prizes out there, and what we're giving away today is a week in the trading room, Echotraders trading room. You'll use it before July 31st. We have to expire it sometime, just in case you're, vacationing or whatever your agenda is. You should be able to use it up within 2 months. Okay, 1 week in the Echotraders trading room, and we'll get to the details after. So, indicator. I want to go to settings, and I want to put a moving average on. Now you can use EMA or an SMA. I'm going to use a simple SMA. It's on a 20. You can change the 20 to suit your trading preference, okay? So you might like 15 or 12 or something like that that resonates with you. Okay, so it's a 20 I'm using because that's what I prefer. We'll show this, okay, and we're going to use a yellow, and I'm going to, on Sierra charts, there's a host of options here to change whatever you want. All right. So from a line, stars, anything you can think of, stair steps, and if time permitting, we'll show you stair steps. It's quite nice. But I'm using a line extend to the edge, and I'll show you that. We're using the solid, we're using a 5. The color is yellow. There's no label. It's not needed. It would take up space, and I'm critical on that. Okay, so let's see if we can get that off of there, and let's show it. So here we go. It's a moving average, so I only use one moving average other than the VWAP. Okay, so this moving average is available. It's on any platform. And when the green candle go up through, let me grab an arrow. When the green candle finds support right here, pierces your moving average, you're out of your short positions. Now, you might say, I'm not in a short position. That's fine. That's an opportunity to go long. Some of you will be able to take advantage of both as you acquire that knowledge. I want you to look at a couple things where the green candles, the black arrow, pierces that moving average and what that means. You're out of your short positions. Whoops. This is your mouse. I'll blame it on the mouse. Couldn't be the operator, right? All right, so we come down into support. We recognize that because we looked left and the market leaves clues. So you have a swing low here, and this was a good place to get out of your short position. It would move against you and take you out anyways. This is a target, and if time permits, we'll get to how that target is arrived, and it's a Fibonacci target. Okay, so moves to resistance, right? Okay, moves to the downside, back to support. That's all the market does. Comes off the bottom, goes to the top. From the top, it either keeps breaking through or it retests support. That's all the market does constantly in different amounts, maybe, but all right. So enough said. Let's look at where would you get in to a trade. Right here is a good place. We already have support drawn, and you'll do that before it happens, as it happens, or after it happens. Those are the choices we have. Okay, as future traders, what's it mean? We're trying to predict where the market's going, and this will help recognizing support and resistance at the top and bottom of your charts. Okay, so once the market gets to support, we recognize, okay, a series of things. Here is a prior swing. Okay, remember, support and resistance, the way we have it laid out, is based on swing highs and swing lows, indicating prior swings. That's how we mark it, right? How we map out what's taking place. Here's your prior swing. I'll try to move that over, okay? So that is a perfect entry. Perfect, okay? Comes down, you get out of your short positions. Comes down into the support. So if we put a little horizontal on there, let's see if we can get it close. It doesn't have to be exact. So roughly 14348 would be a good entry, or exit to the downside, entry to the long side. How much can you get? Well, depending on the trader, of course. All right, so I want to look at adding Fibonacci. Okay, adding Fibonacci. All right, so the bullet points, we talked about 3 ways. So on my style, I want to look at the 3 prior swings. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. This one, you're also going to notice here, we talked about our swing highs and lows and what that's going to show us. We talked about magenta being the rock bottom low. This is done, all right? And this is a live chart, and we're going to get to the live here in a moment. Now, remember the blue indicates it's a blue swing, all right? Indicates, hey, you're out of your short positions and the market is going to move against that, or likely to move against it. And that's why when you enter a trade, this is where we come unglued, if you will, is after an entry. This is the highest probability of us breaking down, wondering if we did it right. Are we in the right direction? All that. Okay, so far so good. Swing highs and lows, magenta being the bottom, blue meaning, hey, it's moving to the upside, and green candles breaking your moving average. No matter what moving average you're using. Oh, by the way, you're going to use a moving average to best suits your trading. Mine's a 20. As I had mentioned, I'm using a 500 trade chart, okay? And we recommend that you use either a 500 trade chart or 1000 trade chart. NinjaTrader will call that a tick chart. Sierra calls it a trade chart because it takes a combination of 500 trades in each and every candle to make a candle, and then you move on to another one. Or use a 1 minute or a 2 minute candle max, but it's up to you, of course, right? So let's get with it. So we have 2 indicators here: support with the shaded in area, rectangle. It's an area. Here, let's give away some prizes. Sherry, are you in the room? Sherry.
I kind of heard that.
Okay, good. You missed the first one. So
sorry, I had to step out for a second.
I'm going to look at the question box. Any questions here, folks? Not seeing any. I can't be explaining this that well. Come on, folks. Throw some questions in there. I'll get to them. So Sherry, you do your thing with the prize thing.
All right. So what we're going to have is a week's free access to the Echotraders trading room. So I would like everybody to think of a number between 1 and 70. And Dale, if you'd pick a number in your mind, don't say it out loud until we actually have everybody pick it. And then everybody else write in your number. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick the first number that is closest. And I promise, if Mr. Valentine is still here, I promise I'll do my math better this time.
Okay.
All right, well, we have one person, 2, 3. Keep it up, everybody.
And I'm looking for questions while we're waiting for that data to come in. Come on, throw me some questions.
And you have your number picked, right?
I have some numbers picked.
Are you going to do all 3 right now, or are you just going to do 1 or 2?
We'll do 3 right now because we missed earlier. Let's do 3. And,
all right.
And folks, there's no wrong answer. Here's the cruncher, if a couple are the same numbers, Sherry, they both get it, okay?
So far, we've got all unique numbers. Anybody else going to jump in the ring here? Oh, look, M says, really love your trading style. Very clear and easy to follow. And M also would like to know, where do you place your stops? Those are 2 questions that just came in.
We're going to get to it. Thanks for the question.
All right. Anybody else going to put your numbers in? There we go. Brad just got one in. They're still all unique, too.
All right.
I think they're all unique. All right. I'm going to count it down. 5. If you haven't got your number in yet, you need to do it right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1 to 70, did you say?
Yes.
Okay. 25. 38.
We got a 25.
Okay, I figured somebody would. 38.
And
52.
All right. 38 and 52. So we've got a 53.
Okay, close enough. If there isn't a 50.
And we've got the closest I've got to 38. Check it and see if I'm right. It's a 33. So we've got.
I can't see them.
You should. If you look at your.
I know, but you're talking to a guy, right?
Oh, come on.
It's sorry.
A simple click.
I can see Terry commented, I think he agreed, or she agreed on somebody else's, and
Okay, so hold still just a second. I'm going to show you how to filter this so you can see what's most relevant and newest. See at the top, you've got X, you've got question, you've got asker, and you've got received, and then answerer and a flag and answer. On the received column, there's a little arrow. Make the arrow point up. And then scroll your bar all the way to the top. And that means that the most recent answer shows up first.
I'm not seeing received. How come? I'm not seeing, I
Under
see
questions.
asker. Yeah.
Yeah. So asker, and then the next column should be received. REC apostrophe D. Like asker, it's got it should be times.
Okay.
You see that?
So I gave you the answer. We'll get back to that. So maybe that's why I didn't see. We won't want to spend a lot of that. I have a lot of information to get through.
All right. So, well, I want to talk to Joyce.
You have 25, 53. Those are good. Closest to 38. What do you have?
33, I think it was. And support Echotraders.
That's fine.
Exclusive.
You double check it and keep track for me. Thank you.
All right. Privately. And let me see. 53. It was 53, right?
Yeah. The number 58. I chose 52, but I think you had a
okay, Jill.
And you had to cut off. Okay. And I have to move on. Okay, I have to move on to get through this. So we talked. So who do we have? You have some names?
Yes, and what I'm going to do, they're going to email support@tradersexclusive.com.
And they know who they are? You want to throw out those three?
I'm going to show you. It's Joyce, it's Jill, and it's Eric.
So it's a J, Dave, and an E. E for Elliott and E for Eric. All right. So thank you, Sherry. And we're going to do this again in 3 or 4 minutes. So let's get the next part done. Yeah. So
okay, Jill has left. So let me see who's next.
Okay. I leave it to you. And let's put the Fibonacci on for targets, extended targets, and entries. Okay. Right? So we look for support for entries long. We look for prior swings. I use the count of 3, 2 or 3, and Fibonacci. So Fibonacci, I have a default Fibonacci, and time permitting, so we're going to put it on here at 4383.5. Okay, so this is going to be your 100, and just simply draw your fibs down to the swing low. You will notice, if I can let go, a couple of things take place here. Notice there's a diagonal on the Fibonacci. It's red. Okay. Price action makes the low and breaks through that. It breaks through your moving average of your choice. It breaks through prior swing support. So your best entry, probably your 23.6, either 23.6, 11.8, and all 11.8 is between 0 and your 23.6. It's not, it's a percentage, same as your 50 percentage, not a fib. Okay. And your 382. All right. So these are your best entry areas. Notice moving to the upside, we want an entry when it comes back down to, come on. When it comes back down into your support. So it's a retest of support. What else do we see here? We see another higher low, and it's in blue. Imagine that. Okay, so we have magenta, we have a blue indicating markets moving to the upside, and then we have another higher low. All right, so let's go advance forward. We had spoke of the market moving to the upside. I'm just going to use this arrow, and you'd aim for your 38, your 50, your 61.8, and your 78.6. NinjaTrader and a lot of platforms default to 76.4. Technically not a fib, again, it's a percentage, but if you add 76.4 and 23.6, you get 100. So who really cares? Because you're only talking a tick or two. So on the micros, it's 50 cents a dollar. Okay. The fact that it gets there is better information. Okay. So after this 78.2, notice it's in a blue dash. And from that blue dash, we look at the market retracing to our entry. All right, Sherry, are you in the house?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's do it again real quick.
All right, and how many this time?
3. Get them out. Get them out. Get it going.
All right, here's your chance. We need you guys to put up your numbers again. Let's just keep it up to 70. And Dale's he's already got his numbers chosen, so y'all put your numbers in. If you already won, don't do it again. We're not going to award 2 of them. So everybody else, get your numbers in, please.
It's like the lotto.
All right, come on, everybody who's listening with one ear, come on in here and put a number in.
Do we have a new question? And since I can't see them, can you throw a question at me? I can take.
M said,
Or
can I change my name to Eric?
you can change it to Jill because I think she left. All right. Okay. I can't see the questions. I apologize.
Really,
I'm
let
going
me
to
see.
move.
Did
Go
you
ahead.
talk about where to place stops?
Not yet. I will.
Okay.
I will.
What is a question that you would like to have asked? You know, a lot of times people are so engrossed in what you're doing that it doesn't even occur. The questions don't present themselves until afterwards, right?
Here's my thought on that, because you're absolutely right. But my thought on that is, if you think of a question, and if you're waiting till the end to ask it, you may forget what the frig that question was. So put it in the question box. That's what it's for. Another thing about you asking a question, folks, is when your question gets answered, you're not just getting your question answered. You're getting the question answered for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. So get your questions in. We'll get to as many as we can. All right. So this is a resistance area. Now, some people use 90%. Okay. I'm using 91.8 because I put a lot of time into that. All right. So I want to squish this your chart. So you have some winners. Oh, you need some
Well, I
answers.
need to know your numbers.
15, 44, and 63. I'm going to move on
All
as
right.
you determine that. I want to look at
David.
if I can. Okay, I'm having mouse problems. Sorry. I want to look at our extended target, and we call it the 127. Do you have some names, Sherry?
I have David.
Okay.
And then Brad.
All right.
What was the third number?
Just that. Good thing I wrote it down, huh?
Yes, I had it written down, but I moved off of it and it cleared itself out.
It's okay. 15, 44, and 63.
63. Okay, so Brad is 14 and Aurora is 63.
Cool. All right. And 44, who did you have for that?
That was David.
Okay. Hey, congrats. 2, 3 more winners. All right. So let's move this here on. So our extended targets, and we call this one beyond because remember, the trend today has been to the downside. So your counter trend trades are upside, to the upside. Those are counter trend. When the market is trending, anything counter to that is classified as counter trend. Okay, does that make sense? And we'll get to that stop thing because that's a terrific. All right, I just want to move forward here to the, all right, so we talked about this. We're going to go with green just to keep it same as the 127. We're going to move it forward if I can get a hold of it. And I apologize about the mouse and battery. I gave away some AAs and didn't realize I gave my best ones away. Imagine that. Anyway, trying to be a nice guy, right? So right about, right, oh my God, this will come back and haunt me. Okay, so somewhere there, and we call this a money off, as I mentioned. Oh my gosh. It's like a 5-year-old. Actually, it might do better than. Okay, so we call that a money off. You're 127.4. It's an extended target. Beyond that, you're 161. It goes to infinity. All right. So prior swing resistance. All right. Let's move forward. See why the 127 is a money off. Market comes back down, retests a higher low. The market should head toward or beyond the 161. Let's see if it can make it. And I'm just going to try, instead of an arrow, I'm going to try a number here. So it's a prior swing high.
You do have a question here when you're ready.
Yeah. Throw it at me. Throw it
Why
at me.
did you choose 20 SMA? Is it because you treat it more as support or are following the indicator most traders look at?
A little bit of both. It resonates with me. And it's a great question because it resonates with me. Now, if you, as traders out there, prefer something else and you'll tweak your charts to, it's unbelievable how much time we put into charts, but you'll tweak your chart and you'll find what makes sense to you as a trader. Okay, so let's go. So money off at your 9525, and we had mentioned your 161%, and that's 144.10. So I have 9.25, but don't blame the operator. Who else would you blame? Okay, so it's resistance, folks, right? Red candles drop down through the moving average. Your stop, okay, your stop would take you out of your long position, okay, because you're going to move your stop. Now, let me see if I can find a stop. Not seeing a stop. Let's use this and we'll change it to a stop. Okay, so we want something that looks like a stop. Here's a trailing stop. That'll work. Okay, so you're going to have a trailing stop, that's fine, or a manual stop, and we'll get to that. So we're running out of time, so I think, Sherry, I'm going to have to take that backup plan on giving out the freebies and join you tomorrow morning. We're going to give out 3 more, and then Friday morning we'll do 3 more. That was Sherry's backup plan. She said it's too many.
Well, I've got your video too. If you have other things that you've got to do, I can definitely run your video and collect tomorrow during the day as well.
We'll get
whatever works out best for you.
We'll get to it. Yeah. Okay. So these here blue circles, bubbles, dots, you're going to use a manual stop or a trailing stop. Let me see if I can get a hold of this and move it. Come on, baby. Oh, man. Sorry. All right. There we go. So you'll use this as the market's coming up to your target price. You'll move it here. And as the market continues to go up, notice that it comes back close to the moving average and continues on. It doesn't break that moving average. So you're going to trail your stop manually, or you're going to put a trailing stop on. I'm going to show you this, and we're not going to run out of time. I might not have time for the VWAP, but I think we'll do it even if we don't have time. And then move it to the next one. Notice that it comes back down again to the moving average. And then as the price action goes up, the green, you move it up to that next one. As it breaks, comes down here, comes up to the next one, you'll lock in those profits right here, because otherwise the market's taking you out. So that's moving a manual stop. All right. And I'll show you in real time here. I have a surprise for you. So as we move forward to real life market, let's look at a couple of things here. Okay. And I'm just going to have to, I'm just scrolling. I'm just going to go to the end. All right. So we have live market. Okay. So here's what I want to do. We showed you fibs to the upside. I'm going to show you fibs to the downside. And I want to move back to, I'm going to squish the chart up just a little bit and put rock bottom on and your swing high. Okay, bottom magenta. We want to put fibs on to the downside. All right, this is resistance up here in lime. Let me find Fibonacci. Here we go. Default. We use this one. You don't have to be extremely anal about this. Okay. So once you put it on, you have your magenta to the downside, you have your yellow to the upside. That's maxed out in both directions. Put your fibs on. If it doesn't work, you have nothing to lose. Okay. So entry right here at your 11.8. Well, what if you didn't get in there? How about your 23.6, right? 23.6, move your eyesight to the targets, extended targets to the downside. I have to go fast here, and you're going to see why. All right, money off there, money off here. Okay, it comes down into support. Okay, I want to show you something here. Position. Okay, it's just above the zero. So it was put on, if I squish a little more, it was put on at the prior resistance. Okay, here's your manual stops. All right, you're going to move your manual stops down and lock in money. We told you how. Okay, you're going to move that down. Let's move it down to a swing high here. Okay, so this is a yellow swing high. Sorry, the fib is in the way. Just a sec. Let me cut that back a little so it's not in the way. And you're going to follow down. We had mentioned yellow's the high. You'll follow it down, trace down your stop using your green to the downside. Okay, so that's a manual stop to lock in money. All right, so we want to move it down because the market is coming against us. Let's move this one down. We have two contracts on here. It's not a big deal. You can see what it's worth, 190 bucks. Okay, we'll move that down and we'll take ourselves, I'm just going to put it above the price for now and let the market take that out. I want to show you another way to do it. So this is a manual stop. You'll move it down. Here's where you're going to move it from the yellow swing high to the green. All right, got it? All right, so the other type of stop, okay, because I threw away the other stop and I threw away our exit target. I was hoping to get to this a little sooner than we did. All right, here's the other way. You have a sell, whoops. You have a sell execution. You executed a sell trade, okay? So you need a buy trailing stop, all right? So let's put a buy trailing stop on right here, okay? And we want to take away this part of it. We're not going to use this here. If I can get a hold of it. Come on, baby. Oh, this mouse is driving me crazy. And we want to take away the green. We're just using the yellow for stops, okay? So as this here market, see the trailing stop moving down aggressively, moving down. Our next target to the downside. Remember the direction of the market today? It's crashing since 9:30 a.m. We want to show you the next target to the downside. 261.8 down here. Whoa, baby, baby, baby. Sorry about this. It won't be any better on the recording you get. All right, so target is to the downside. If we can get down there, notice that trailing stop, how aggressive that is. That is used for you and me that can't make up our minds to take money, right? Some of us have a hard time taking profits, all right? Put a trailing stop on. It's gonna work, I guarantee you, okay? If you're one of those traders I just mentioned, use the trailing stop. Here's your next target to the downside. Now, when I run out of time and you're looking at NQ, the E-mini, or the E-mini micro, NQ, you're going to find out. Now, there's a couple things I left out, and I know I'm almost out of time, and throw those questions at me. I want to put on our other indicator. I'm sorry I didn't get to just lost it. Okay. So I want to put on the VWAP, and you had some presenters talking about the VWAP. There's nothing bad about the VWAP. And okay, so I want to unhide it. Here's my settings. I ignore band 1 and 2, and let's go to the settings. And real quick, to the upside, band 3 and 4. Band 4 is top band. To the downside, band 3 and 4. The trailing stop gets reached, okay? All right, so we have one contract left at about $100. All right, so let's unhide this and I'll show you the settings and why I use it. Okay, default settings on the VWAP, 0.5, 1, 1.5, and 2. I don't use the 1 and 2 bands as I had mentioned, but I changed this because it resonates really good. Let's show it. Wow, right like that, okay? This is band 3, see, band 3. Market comes down there. What is band 3? It's at our support area. Who knew, right? VWAP knew. Use the indicators that most resonate with you. Notice I didn't have to have the VWAP on there. I didn't have to have the moving average on there. But if you're going to use a moving average, use one. Here's your other moving average. You know, you say, hey, 2 moving averages, one crosses the other. No. Your price action candle, the most important part of, okay, is right here. The candle is the nearest, and that cuts your, so you have to lock in those profits. You have to make sure they're locked in, okay, as the market goes down. So I'll let the share drift. All right. Any last questions, Sherry? I apologize. I don't use GoToWebinar enough.
All right, it's okay. So we've got a couple of minutes left. Let me just check.
Sure.
Oh, M is very, very interactive. Aurora says, what do you prefer, SMA or EMA? 20 SMA or what EMA? And then M has 2 questions. Well, it's probably all the same question. Please, do you look for consolidations to trade this strategy, or are you more active and take trades on some of the swings?
I take it on the swing highs and lows, preferably. We do make mistakes, and the market will break that entry and go against us. Hopefully, my stop is at $50, folks. Okay, so the most I can lose, and then as the price action moves down into profit area, I lock that in. I lock in. instead of, so my buy stop here that you saw on here, I moved it down one, and so that's a cannot fail. You could do the math. 88 and a quarter down to 44.75 is about 43 and a half points. 43 points is 80 some dollars. Okay, 86 something, 87. I want to go to the question ask EMA or SMA. I want to show you how to get studies on here. I have a Woody's EMA. Okay, so if I'm going to use an EMA, I kind of prefer that one. I want to add it to the chart, so they're not hard. I'm going to add it to, and I'm using a 20 as we had said. Okay, that's going to go on. And oh, this is on my simple. I'm sorry. Get it out of there. Oh, it didn't add. Let me add. Okay, so the Woody's is there. My default settings, sorry about that, is to the upside. I'm using white. I'm going to put it in stair step. Color line, stair step. I don't want to cut into the next guy. I'm going to use solid. To the downside, it's black. Okay, so upside is white, downside is black. And I'm doing that in stair step to show you the contrast between SMA and EMA. And there's very little difference, folks. So let's go to settings. Like I said, 20. You're going to use the main graph based on the main graph, okay? And let's go here and we'll click apply. Here's your EMA, black. Let me expand the chart out. I know I'm out of time, and let's go back and look at it.
Definitely let them know how to get in touch with you. And do you have something, do you have an offer for them?
Thanks. Yes, we do. Oh my goodness, I'm losing it, eh?
You just like to get in there and talk all about the charts.
No, I
You're having too much fun.
I'm a chart nut. All right, here's where you want to go. Echotraders. Okay, so this is the website today until it's over. Okay, so we'll probably change it after a while. But the link that Sherry's putting in there, if she hasn't already, she's probably put it in 2 or 3 times. There's a link here. Our trading room is open a minimum 7 hours every day. And then there's a night session. So it's pretty well open all day. I'm going to moderate. I'll take those questions, especially for the new people that are signing up. All right. So lifetime, lifetime monthly. Let me, come on, baby. Here we go. All right. So our regular membership is 97. We've knocked it down to, I think we knocked down, what, 48% down to $60 a year. Divide 12 months into the year price. You're looking at $41 and some change. I see a question. I'm going to grab it. Okay. PayPal. Oh, that's the link. Hey, great. I want to thank everybody for putting up with me. If you go to PayPal, if you don't have a PayPal account, you go to their website, they take Visa and all that other stuff. Okay?
Yeah, you just have to go down below.
You're grandfathered in at $60. Come and join me for a couple months. And if it's for you, stay. We have members that go back to 2013.
That's us. That's awesome. Very, very fantastic. I've sent you email. Everybody, you need to go ahead and check out this offer. And Dale, I'm going to show your video in the morning. And from 9:30 to 10, we'll be doing surprise draws if you want to join me then. And then we'll go from there.
Can I take 1 second?
Yes.
All right. Here's the chart you're going to see in the room. There's swing highs and lows on it. And I'm going to scrunch it up So you can see the entry, show positions. So there's the stop. So once the market came up, remember we had a stop and we had a trailing stop. The trailing stop's aggressive, took us up. So now that $80 locked in price is now worth 120. Okay, 126 and counting. Till next time. Trade well,
And
my
it's
friend.
Dale at echotraders.com, right? To get a hold of you?
Support at echotraders.com.
Oh, okay.
You can email me at Dale at echotraders.com. Okay.
I put the support in so that way it comes through the official
Support works.
channels.
Support works best. Yes, I think. Thank you,
Thanks
folks.
so much for joining us. Are you
Thank you,
all set?
Sherry, for having me.
All right. Well, you have a wonderful day. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to having you back again in the future. So that was Dale Elliott of Echotraders.